stage is being set for a good fall in most global stock market indices. Even in my book, 2016 Outlook for Stocks, Bonds, Commodities, Currencies, Brexit, Weather and Geopolitics, published in the early part of this year, I clearly mentioned that the first half of October will be good for banking stocks, financial stocks all over the world. But the latter half of October, November, and December will see good selling in global stock markets. So be prepared for the same. You will also see signs of global recession beginning to appear. Now, why am I so negative on global stocks? Firstly, the European banking system looks to be in quite a mess. Beginning with Deutsche Bank, you see many other banking companies are in good deal of trouble. Asia is facing competitive currency devaluation, which is going to impact quite dramatically. American markets are completely, or rather have completely turned a blind eye to what's happening in the rest of the world, as if they're completely aloof. The problems of the world are going to spread and eventually hit the American markets as well. There is an uncertainty over the US elections, but more than that, it's the problems which are there in different parts of the world that are going to come back and hit the US markets and cause a fall over there as well. Britain faces more than 20 billion pounds in unpaid pension liabilities, unfunded infrastructure projects which Brussels is going to demand as a part of its separation from the European Union. In other parts of the world, China faces elections early next year, 2017, is trying to prop up, invest heavily once again in infrastructure and temporarily have the commodities propped up. However, if the global demand does not sustain, then you will find China once again facing empty factories, infrastructure where people are not residing, residences which are unoccupied. All this is going to start reflecting in the stock markets, which, as you know, start reflecting things much more in advance. There are further geopolitical tensions. Surgical strikes have been conducted by India and Pakistan, at least across the line of control. And I believe that as more terror strikes take place in India, surgical strikes will also become commonplace, and you will see more of it as the Indian army looks to be quite determined this time. I'm expecting more surgical strikes, which probably is the right way in this situation, because the country has been really hit badly by terror strikes on an ongoing basis, and there has to be some solution, which I believe the Indian Army is now finally taken command, and they've decided, of course, with the Prime Minister's consent, and that's probably going to also lead to some nervousness among the investors as time goes by and as these surgical strikes increase. If you were to look a month down the road, around middle of November, I see a very good fall in global stock markets. Say around between the 12th of November to 21st, you could easily see 6-7% downfall across global stock markets. So I believe there is a negative scenario. It does not mean that everything is going downhill. There are new pockets of opportunity also emerging, and which should start reflecting in the new year, but fairly negative for the rest of the year. There will be some good days, do not forget, but all these factors will combine to cause nervousness, and investors need to be cautious and stay on the sidelines. So November, very negative, especially the middle between 12th and 21st of November, very negative for global stocks. But in any event, the rest of this year, the last 2.5 months, should be fairly negative. Investors need to take note of this, cognizance, and stay away from global stock markets. In general, however, there may be small pockets of strength which you can take advantage even in this negative environment. Happy investing. Take care. Bye bye.